And welcome into this edition of ACAP Today for the week of November 15th, 2021. I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. On this week's edition, we're going to talk about the Heating Homes Telethon, or the Helping Hands Telethon for warm and safe homes here in Aroostook County. It's coming up this Thursday, and we're really excited about it and the opportunity to connect with our community about the importance of keeping people warm and safe in their homes. So we're going to get to that in just a moment with our three guests. But before we do that, we're going to head over the news and information that you can use, and we begin in the news and information that you can use during this week of November 15th, 2021, with sharing with you that our last home buyer education class of the 2021 year will be happening on Saturday, the 11th of December, and that will be between 8 and 5. It will be held virtually via Zoom, as all of our home buyer education classes have been since the beginning of the pandemic. There is a registration cost to participate in the class, but most of that certainly comes back to you and the benefits that are offered as a result of the home buyer education class, including the lower interest rates and partial removing of your closing costs. So please do consider reaching out to us if you have interest in taking part in the last home buyer education class of 2021. Don Whipke is our home buyer education instructor, and he can be reached at the number or email on your screen. We wanted to also share with the community a new program of ACAP called Breakthrough Youth, is helping to empower and inform decision-making with teens and young adults in Aroostook County. We are about to offer a 25-week session, a program that is designed to encourage youth to do a number of things, between exploring career opportunities and learning skills to prevent or reduce alcohol and substance abuse, to creating pathways to achieve higher goals. All of that is happening in partnership with our sister community action agencies, Downey's Community Partnership and Penquist CAP. We certainly encourage anyone who has youth ages 14 through 24 who might consider participating in this program to let us know or give us a call. It's a great program, and there are a number of benefits for youth that are participating in this program. So we encourage you to reach out if you have youth in that age category that could benefit from the Breakthrough Youth program. MAINE'S Workforce Collaborative, we haven't shared this information with you in a while. They have continued to offer virtual sessions on a number of things, including interviewing tips and tricks, making career choices, resume, cover letter, and development. And as more people try to re-engage in the workforce, we invite you to sign up for any or all of the courses that are offered. You can find information on the ACAP website, on the workforce development section of the ACAP website. We're doing this in partnership with a number of other partners, as you can see on the screen here, and we encourage you to check out the offerings and when they're happening. And these, again, are offered totally virtual, so you can certainly connect in on them from the comfort of your own home. The Hope and Prosperity Resource Center at our 1 Edgemont Drive property in Presque Isle is open daily from 9 to 3, and it's available for anyone in the community looking to navigate services, to connect with technology, or working with people on the ACAP team to connect with services. It's also available for individuals that are experiencing housing insecurity or homelessness. We're also offering the space as a warming center or a warming shelter for folks as we head into the cold winter months. If you're finding it difficult to stay warm in your home or otherwise challenged by staying warm, we encourage you to come and visit us between 9 and 3 at the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center, again here in Presque Isle at 1 Edgemont Drive. Our meal train has begun for the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center. This is an opportunity for generous community members who like to cook to be able to provide the folks who are attending the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center with a hot meal each day. We've had some great cooks that have delivered meals in the last couple of weeks, and we thank them. And we thank you. If you might be interested in doing so, please do connect with us. You can call us at 764-3721 and ask to be connected, or you can do it right online, and we encourage you to do that right off of our Facebook page as well. CoverMe.gov is the new site for affordable health coverage for all of Maine. It is the local marketplace for the state of Maine. And now that the state of Maine has established its own state program, ACAP is providing assistance with our health insurance assister, Andrea White, through the open enrollment period through January 15th. If you would like assistance and if you don't have health insurance, please do contact Andrea, and she can help you navigate this site and help you discover what plans might be best for you. In addition to that, the coverme.gov website and working with Andrea may help you determine if you're qualified for Medicare or MaineCare, if you will. And so we certainly encourage you to do that. This is a new feature of this site that was not available on the federal site. So it is very helpful, and we encourage you to use our resource in Andrea White. Of course, Andrea will be available to assist people after open enrollment, but after open enrollment, you need a qualifying incident to be able to get into a health insurance plan. We are offering winter coats as well as clothing of all kinds at our community closet, which is located at our 771 Main Street Presque Isle facility next to Walmart. The clothing is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to anyone in need. It is also a facility that accepts clothing donations. We're trying to accept those clothing donations mostly during our regular business hours from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. We also keep a stock of some of the clothing and some of the coats inside of the building to make sure that individuals have access to it at different times. So if you come to our facility during work days and aren't seeing what you need there in a size, please do consider checking with the folks at the reception desk, and they can find out if there are additional coats inside the facility that we haven't placed out there yet that you might be able to access. If you are in need of help paying your rent at this time and you have been impacted economically, including the soaring cost of groceries and gas and other things, you are eligible if you meet the income eligibility guidelines for Maine's Emergency Rental Assistance Program. We encourage you to complete the application online at mainehousing.org/COVID-rent. You can do that at any time. We are processing at this point about 3 weeks applications that were submitted 3 weeks ago, as we've had quite a number of applicants come into us. But it's a worthwhile program to consider supporting the cost of your rent as well as some of your utility costs as well. Check with us if you have any questions. If you have difficulty completing the online form, we can do that with you over the phone. Give us a call at 764-3721, and our reception team would be happy to help you complete that application online. The Home Energy Assistance Program, we're going to be talking about that a little bit in our discussion that's coming right up on the Helping Hands Telethon. The Home Energy Assistance Program is in full swing this year, and the income eligibility guidelines, which are up on your screen, have changed over last year. They are a little bit more lenient, and we certainly encourage folks who think that they might qualify. What's interesting this year is we are including a 1-month look back on income. In the past, it was either 3 months or 12 months. But if your income has changed in the last month, we certainly encourage you to check in on these income eligibility guidelines, and you may be able to qualify for the program with a 1-month look back only. So please do give us a call if we can be of any assistance as it relates to heating your home. We also are letting folks know that we do have some limited childcare and early care and education slots open in our early care and education programs across Aroostook County. We, of course, are opening a new early care and education child care classroom in Fort Kent this month, and we look forward to that. I believe we still have a couple of slots open at that location, as well as on occasion, from time to time, have slots that do make themselves available at other locations. Please visit our website. You can complete the application right there online, or you can see the telephone number to call to help get the registration process started for our early care and education program. And we also are this week celebrating the Great American Smokeout this Thursday, November 18th. In addition to being the day of the telethon, is also the day for the Great American Smokeout. ACAP is inviting the community to participate in the Great American Smokeout by making a pledge to make the inside of your home smoke-free from a variety of tobacco and other products. If you'd like to make a pledge, you can do so on the ACAP Facebook page or through a link found on the ACAP Facebook page. We are going to be entering in folks who make the pledge for a $25 gas card draw. So there's another incentive for you to participate in the Great American Smokeout ACAP Challenge. We also wanted to share with you that there is a recording of the Pediatrician Share, where 4 Maine pediatricians last week did present a Q&A with folks from across the state of Maine who had questions related to the pediatric COVID-19 vaccine. These 4 providers from the 4 major health systems participated in the question and answer session that was sponsored in part by Maine Community Action Partnership. The link to the recording is available on ACAP's Facebook page, and we encourage you to check that out if you'd like to see and hear what the medical providers had to say in terms of answering questions from parents across the state. And we also, in the line of COVID-19 vaccination, want to continue to remind folks that we are a resource to be able to help you get connected with vaccination. If you are unable to find a local spot or unable to find a local connection at the website listed on your screen, we can also help you do that. We can help you navigate online to find an appointment. Our number is 764-3721. And we also want to remind folks that the Department of Health and Human Services is continuing to offer a free vaccine ride program. The toll-free number there on your screen is the number to call at least 48 hours in advance before you are looking for a drive to your appointment. We are also offering community social supports for COVID-19 for individuals who have been asked to quarantine or who have otherwise been diagnosed with COVID-19. We can provide assistance with things like grocery and meal delivery, shelter assistance for folks to be able to stay safely in their homes or come out of their homes if need be. And we also provide a number of other services through this partnership program with the Department of Health and Human Services Centers for Disease Control. We encourage you to reach out to us. You can call us if you are in need of this service, or you can complete the online form at the website on your screen looking through the DHHS portal. You can also refer, if you have a family member or loved one in another part of the state, you can refer them for this service with their permission, of course, and a local community action agency in their area will be able to provide them with the same level of support that we're able to provide here in Aroostook County. So don't go it alone, and don't risk going out in public with other folks. If you've been asked to isolate or quarantine, consider using these social supports. They're of no charge to folks as well. And finally, if we've talked about something or not talked about something on this broadcast that you might be in need of assistance with, we encourage you to reach out to us and be connected with an ACAP Navigator. Our navigators are available to connect you with a variety of resources and to just listen to what your needs might be. We recognize that a lot of people are experiencing challenges at this time that haven't in the past and don't necessarily know how to navigate the system. So this is an awesome opportunity for you to connect with somebody who can help you do just that. Give us a call, 764-3721, and ask to speak with a navigator. And that's this week's news and information that you can use. I'm so pleased to welcome for our feature interview today to the program 3 individuals who are working hard on this week's Helping Hands Telethon as we look to help make warm and safe homes for people across Aroostook County. They are ACAP's own Sherry Locke. Sherry, welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Jason. Nice to be here.
And Sarah Duncan from the United Way of Aroostook, a great partner agency, and we are so glad to have you back as well.
Yeah, we're excited to be here.
And lastly, our media partner, without whom any of this would be possible. We are so pleased to welcome Kelly Landeen, who's the station manager up at WAGM. Kelly, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's talk about the coming Helping Hands Telethon. It is an event that has been going on. This is its 5th year, if I'm not mistaken, and a lot of work has already gone into this by all 3 of you and your respective teams. Let me start with you, Kelly, about the actual broadcast and WAGM's commitment already. I know that your team, your news team, and your production team have been working really hard to prepare for the day-long event, and it's certainly a commitment on your part, and we're very grateful. But talk about why it's meaningful to you.
This project is definitely something that's needed in the county, and working with you, Jason and Sherry and Sarah, putting together this telethon has meant a lot to people over the last 5 years. And when you came to us at the beginning, 5 years ago, to tell us of this gap, it was definitely something we wanted to get on board with, and we're glad that we've been able to do it for the last 5 years.
Sarah Ennis, you're talking about challenges in the community right now, and a United Way is always helping to help meet those challenges. But a lot of folks are talking about the cost of heating oil right now, and looking at things coming into this winter, hearing things about it being maybe a colder than normal winter. I think we're going to hear the winter forecast from WAGM's meteorology team as part of this event. But are you concerned for people in the county this winter?
It's interesting you asked that, because just the other day I was on a Facebook group, a local community Facebook group, and somebody asked the question, what is something you need right now, but you can't afford? And I was astounded by how many people put heat. And I mean, I filled my own oil tank last week and was shocked at the cost that my bill came to. So I think this year it's going to be needed more than ever. There are so many people that are going to need assistance. So we really need to raise the funds this year.
Now, Sherry, I know that you have been working on some of the back information and working with WAGM's news team to connect them with actual individuals who have benefited from both the donation dollars that are raised through the telethon, but also that benefit from the Home Energy Assistance Program. What are you hearing from the folks that you've spoken with, that you've connected WAGM with, in terms of the difference made?
So as Sarah mentioned, the rising price is very scary for individuals and families right now, and that has come up a lot. But couple that with a lot of families being out of work, whether it be having COVID-19, their children being out of school because they're close contacts and been unable to vaccinate, or another emergency for their household. So those two things coming together, I think, are going to make this year the most critical, the most important year yet of our fundraising efforts. Because I'm really worried about families, and I'm worried about our seniors, and I'm worried about young families, but I'm really worried about the working families that, for whatever reason, this year has just been more of a struggle than any other year, and they're looking at these large, this large price tag to fill a barrel of oil. It's really scary for families right now. That anxiety, you can feel it. I've attended a couple of the interviews that have been recorded, and you can just feel the anxiety. But the appreciation, they have been recipients of either an ACAP state or federal program, or received donation dollars. And many of them have said, we would not have been able to heat our homes. We would be without a home. So it's really powerful stuff.
Kelly, talk about the day itself, the telethon, what time it starts, what time it goes through, and what the day looks like for your team at WAGM.
Well, it's next Thursday, the 18th, and it starts from 5 and goes until 8. And we have, as Sarah and Sherry said, the team has been working on different stories, telling what people are going through, people that have received the funds before, and people that are going to need it this year, finding themselves needing it this year. So the telethon, that'll be basically wall-to-wall information about the heating assistance, the need in the county, and how people can donate. They can call in that morning, or they can go to our website and click on the Donate Now tab, and they can donate right there.
Yes, that's certainly one of the ways that you can connect with the telethon and make your impact. Sarah, when we talk about making this kind of an impact in the community, one of the things that we've worked very closely with you on, and because you are like our agency and like WAGM, countywide organizations that work across different platforms and with different groups, is that the ability to sort of coalesce around this, around heating assistance, is one of the things that I think we've done particularly well in Aroostook County. I know that you have colleagues in other parts of the state where, there's still folks kind of like having to call multiple different places and resources, but we've tried to sort of streamline that all together and say, let's get on board with this effort. How has that been helpful to you and to your team at United Way?
It's been really helpful because we just have a one-stop shop. We can tell people, you need to call ACAP. You need to call them first thing in the morning. You need to make an appointment. The people that are calling us now, you can get them in for an earlier appointment. So it's just so much easier than some of the other United Ways that I work with downstate, who have to have people call several different organizations and be passed around and told no repeatedly, which just makes it discouraging for the individual. So I'm so happy that we can have one place where people can go and get assistance.
And Sherry, to Sarah's point, coming to this one place to get assistance, we really, I think, to folks and other organizations that have come on board, we've had a number of faith-based groups and other nonprofit organizations that have said, we're just going to direct our dollars through this telethon to you. And the reason for that is because there are assurances that we're going to sort of not leave any stone unturned, and we're going to make sure that folks not only get that immediate assistance that they need, but look beyond that particular point in time. And even at that point in time, make sure that the telethon dollars, if you will, are the last ones accessed.
That's exactly right. We do have federal and state programs that we look to first, whether it be the Home Energy Assistance Program or the Emergency Rental Relief Program. So we try to use those first. So these local dollars are funds of last resort, if you will, and we use them when there's no other resource available for the individuals or families that are calling us. But in addition to that, we work with the individual and family to connect them to all of the resources that they may need. We don't want to just help them with their filling their tank or partially filling their tank this one time. We really want to help them in all the areas that they need assistance with to make sure that they're not in an emergency situation in the next 2 weeks, in the next month. We really try hard to connect them to all of the programs and services. Again, a lot of times when they call, they speak about one need and don't even realize the other programs and services that could benefit their family to help them. So that really is our goal, and we really appreciate the community partners recognizing us as that one-stop shop, having faith in us to take very good care of these local dollars and making sure that our friends and neighbors are cared for, especially during these very cold winter months.
And part of our partnership with Maine Housing has us with individuals who call for emergency assistance and who qualify for the emergency assistance program through the federal government, that we actually work with those folks and have someone go into their homes to do some work around some remedial energy conservation methods.
Absolutely. So we want to help meet their energy needs, but we also want to help them reduce their energy costs. And that's an ongoing savings for the family. It also makes their home much warmer and more comfortable to live in. And it's small things that our team can do to help. Sometimes it leads to larger things, but even the smallest things, saving someone $10 or $15 a month, that really adds up quickly and makes their home much more comfortable for them, and in some cases safer. We don't want our seniors living in drafty homes, those kind of things. So really trying to take that extra step to make sure the community has what they need.
And Kelly, Landeen, I think that one of the things that always hits me on the day of a telethon is the importance and the significance of the work that your team does in terms of telling a really compelling story, because those stories, when they are aired in the newscast during the telethon, you've been there, Sarah's been there, Sherry's been there, when the phones just start to really light up after one of those stories, when a compelling senior citizen is sharing about how much of a difference this made, or a family with a young child. It really is quite an opportunity for you to see firsthand the impact of your station here in the county.
Mm-hmm. It is. Like last year, we had over 600 donors. So throughout the day, to have 600 donors, and we had over $70,000. So that is very heartwarming that we can help assist in that, just in the day, and to show people in the county that a little bit can go a long way. 600 people donating goes a long way.
And Sarah, United Way is the key backbone partner that manages that fiscal part of the organization. You can also see that, it's people, you do workplace campaigns across Aroostook County, people make individual donations, but this also provides you with an opportunity to reach individuals you might not otherwise connect with in the course of the year, who then become donors through the United Way.
That's right. It helps them learn about the programs that we have. But my favorite part is just the people that call in with a $5 donation, because they have received assistance in the past, and that might be all they can afford, but they want to give back. And my favorite really are the $5 or the small donations, because they're coming from somebody who is struggling but wants to make sure their friends and neighbors and family members are taken care of. So I love seeing the new donors and the donors that are giving back after they've received themselves.
All right, so the three of you, what have we missed that we haven't talked about that you want to make sure we get across as a message? Sherry, why don't I begin with you on that?
I think the biggest piece is just our gratitude to the community. This is our 5th year. Every year the telethon has gotten bigger and bigger, allowing us to help more people. And just a thank you to the people of Aroostook County for continuing to support this event. And I really want to encourage anyone who needs assistance this year, no matter what your family dynamic looks like, no matter where you live in Aroostook County. If you do need help, it's okay to reach out during the telethon. Not only will we be accepting donations, but our heating team is available that day to take appointments day of for folks who need assistance, who have never applied before. So they've cleared their whole day and are going to be doing that. So I guess my takeaway is a huge thank you to our donors, but also if you're in need of help, this is the year that we really want you to call in, and we really want to connect you to those programs and services that can benefit your family.
I can't forget about that, both the component that we added a couple of years back with this telethon of both the give help, get help component while we have folks' attention out there and bringing attention to this issue. So Kelly, Landeen, your last thoughts.
I just wanted to thank, ACAP and United Way for partnering with us. And, it's wonderful to see the community come together to help everyone. And this telethon and the others that we do really, bring awareness to that. People are here and they want to help everybody else. And I just want to thank all the donors and thank you for partnering with us for this.
Couldn't have said it better, and we appreciate your partnership and yours too, Sarah Duncan, with United Way of Aroostook. We couldn't do it without this three-part partnership, and it is so meaningful, and it's about making an impact. Sarah, what are your last thoughts?
I just love the partnership. When people come together, you can make such a stronger impact, and I think this partnership has allowed that to happen and allowed this telethon to really grow and reach so many people. You have people donating from Southern Aroostook, up in the valley. You have so many supporters up there, and just hearing from everybody from all over Aroostook County who care and are hearing the message, and the message wouldn't get out there if it didn't have us working collaboratively together.
It certainly is true. So Sherry, just coming back to you on the technicalities of it again, give us the date and the information and how people can donate.
Yeah, so it's Thursday, November 18. We start at 5:30 in the morning, run through 8 p.m. Anyone in the community, there's several ways to give. You can call us anytime during the day to make a donation. You can visit any of our websites or Facebook pages, and there's a donate button. Those donations go securely to the United Way of Aroostook. As Jason mentioned, they are the fiscal agent for this program. If you want to donate before the telethon, that's allowed too. You can again visit our pages and you can make those donations ahead of time if the 18th doesn't work for you. And we would just encourage anyone who's in a place this year to donate, to consider making that donation. And anyone who's in need, please reach out. There are programs and services here available for you this year, and we really want to connect you with those programs that you may need.
Yeah, and with the price of oil, we do think it's going to be a particularly challenging season, especially as we go through the winter. Many of our customers have been fortunate in that a supplemental payment went out in late September that will get them started for the year, and then they'll get their benefit. But we see potentially a challenge in the spring or late winter, early spring, when we're still in the heating season here in Aroostook County. So thank you, all three of you, for being my guests. Again, this is the Helping Hands for Warm and Safe Homes telethon happening this Thursday, live on WAGM between 5:30 a.m. and 8 p.m. that evening, with great stories being told through all of WAGM's news platforms that you'll want to tune in to see, because they really do cast a light on why this is so important and why the work that we're doing collaboratively is critical to helping people stay warm and safe through a long Aroostook County winter. And so with that, before we leave you today, we want to remind you that if you have interest in joining our ACAP team, we do have positions available across Aroostook County and even a position or two in Washington County as we continue to expand our work in that region as well. If you have the credentials and are interested, please check us out on our Facebook page or our website, and you can see the current openings that we have and see if there's a match for you and in what community you're in. So we encourage you to do that. And lastly, as we do each week, we end with our snapshot of the week. And this is the snapshot of the week in the first signs of us preparing to celebrate ACAP's 50th anniversary, which happens in 2022. We are preparing these bags for our team members here at ACAP as a thank you to them for serving Aroostook County and their efforts and their role in serving Aroostook County for the last 50 years. So you see part of our 50th anniversary logo there, which we'll be unveiling real soon. But first, sharing with our staff members on these t-shirts as we give it to them as a thank you for all that they do. And speaking of thank yous, thank you to all of you, and including my guests, for being a part of this week's ACAP Today and for joining us. We'll be back next week with another edition. Until then, we hope to see you on the telethon.